You know, some people wrap presents all night for Christmas. I'm an April Fool's.
You don't wrap presents?
No, I do. I'm also an April Fool's.
Okay.
Some people love Thanksgiving. I love April Fool's.
That's the best holiday.
I agree. April Fool's is the best holiday.
No, Thanksgiving.
Good morning, students. May I have your attention, please, for this morning's announcements?
I see your shirt is untucked.
Your homework is due every single day. That's why it's home.
I will be calling your
Hey,
parents.
what's going on here? No running in school. I'm going to tell your coach about
I
this.
said that's enough, both of you. Out in the hall.
All right, welcome to episode 31, spring semester, episode 10 of Out in the Hall.
Did you put something in this coffee, like some sort of taster?
Just a, it's not called a taster. It's black, but
I can see it's black.
it's just got one pump of vanilla in it, just enough to make it not so bitter.
You're racist.
No,
You didn't want to put a pump of chocolate in there?
no, I didn't. I don't want chocolate. I like just a little tinge of vanilla. Yeah, episode 10 here, spring semester. Coming off a hot April Fool's, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
A hot one. We'll get to it.
Oh, okay. You did some fun stuff for April Fools? Are you like an April Fool's guy?
We talked about this. I'm a huge April Fool's guy.
I don't remember what we talked about.
I know. I'm Ryno. That's the Willy Mammoth. Let's get right into it with passing a note because then we can get an April Fool's.
Oh,
Marcia in Winter Park. Guys, love the show. Ryno.
this is Winter Park, Florida, not Winter Park, Colorado.
It is Winter Park, Florida,
Okay.
because she's referencing an April Fool's joke that I did regarding something in Winter Park, Florida. So the coincidence would be insane if it was Winter Park, Colorado.
But not out of the question. Not out of the question.
You know what? In a world of absolutes, not out of the question.
That's right. That's right.
But as you always say, life is nuanced.
Extremely.
Right.
It's all
So,
gray.
It's all gray. It's all
Yeah,
gray.
yeah. Killing somebody is totally approved of in war, but if it's your neighbor that you're angry at,
Can't do that.
can't do it. So I'm
Yep.
just saying.
Right.
There has to be a formal declaration of war. Actually, sometimes there doesn't have to be a formal declaration of war. They just send people to places to
Yep.
do things.
Just send them.
And it's okay. They're
is.
like, kill that guy. Kill that man right there.
Okay, Marcia from Winter Park says, guys, love the show. Ryno, epic April Fool's joke. I hate that place too. No one likes it. Did they really ban you? So you're probably wondering, what are we talking about?
Where were you banned?
So
Do I already know this?
no.
Oh.
So on April Fool's, which is one of my favorite days of the year, I posted on Facebook and I said, after 29 years of serving the patrons of Winter Park, Florida, Hillstones is finally closing. I said, I hope they do something really cool with the building, and Eddie V's would be awesome.
Eddie V's is good.
It's great.
Yeah.
And it'd be a great spot for Eddie V's.
And they're not mean.
So it was just believable enough that I got a lot of people, a lot of people.
People that probably don't know what the calendar day is.
Right. Yeah. Right. They're people who have real jobs.
It's Monday.
Right. Then what I did was I went on there and I created a Hillstone Winter Park profile
Okay.
and commented on my own comment about them closing.
Right.
And
There's a lot of work.
I'm in April Fool's. You know, some people wrap presents all night for Christmas. I'm in April Fool's.
You don't wrap presents?
No, I do. I'm also an April Fool's.
Okay.
Some people love Thanksgiving. I love April Fool's.
That's
better.
Best holiday.
I agree. April Fool's is the best holiday.
No, Thanksgiving.
So what I did was I posted as Hillstone Winter Park.
Right.
And I wrote, you'll be hearing from our lawyers. I hope it was worth it. We've taken note of names of each of the negative comments, and these people will be barred entry to our restaurant going forward.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
That's what I'm saying. It's believable.
Yeah.
Hillstone, or I, go on to say, Hillstone has been a staple of Winter Park for nearly 3 decades. We pride ourselves in our service, dedication to the highest quality ingredients, and our qualified and friendly staff. To make such a joke shows poor taste, immaturity, and low class. Ryan Parsons, you will be denied entry and trespassed if you attempt to dine with us going forward.
Yeah.
Then I wrote, who's the April Fool now? Well, people love that. But what was interesting about that, and some people engaged with that particular comment, what was interesting is a lot of people didn't. And my theory is they didn't want to get banned.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I had people texting me like, hey, is that real? I'm like, yeah, it's real.
Hillstone's like a fascist government regime.
Yeah. I mean, you understand, I did it all.
I got it.
Right.
No, they're so scared of it.
That they wouldn't even interact with the joke.
I mean, here's the truth. The food is really good.
It is.
And
It is consistent.
and the service is great. The waitresses, servers,
Yep.
sorry, help each other.
Yep.
There's a lot of continual bussing. Your
Yep.
table's always cleared. But I mean, if you can't go somewhere and get more than 3 drinks at the bar,
How about a smile? Can I just get a smile?
how's it even remotely I mean, and 3 drinks does nothing for me.
Well, not over the course of a happy hour or a dinner, although they want you out of there in an hour. You know, there's a sign, there's a sandwich board on a little sandwich sign on the table that says, we expect you to enjoy your lunch within an hour. Like they can do whatever they want to do, but I'm going to kill them on April Fool's Day.
I get it. And when the grilled artichokes are in season, it's very good because blanching and then grilling an artichoke is a lot of work. You got to scoop out that middle portion. You got to blanch it first, and then you got to freaking stick it on the grill.
Seems like a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, and you got to make the sauce, that aioli that they have.
It is a good aioli.
It's very good.
But just tell me that I'm crazy. They're just freaking rude in there.
It's pretentious.
Right.
It's very Winter Park.
And ironically, and we'll get into Lunch Lady next in a second, but I want to jump into my what I've been up to lately.
Hold on. Everybody listening in a different city, all over the country, and apparently the world, not in Russia.
No, we've been banned in Russia, but we're huge in the Philippines.
Big in the Philippines. And I'm sure this is true in Manila, okay? That there's a part of Manila that you are like in, if you're like a normal human being, you're in and you're like, these people suck.
Yeah, they're not nice.
It's just not, they're not nice. They're mean.
A lot of folder factories over there in
Yeah,
Manila.
and I'm sure they have like the Birmingham bros over there too, you know, with the hair that they're always like pushing back.
I got 2 of those at my house.
Yeah, and wearing the loafers. Don't care about who your dad was.
Yeah,
You
that
know?
owns a dealership.
Like,
I actually think that's a distinctly American South trait. I don't think that. I don't think there's
I
a lot of
almost
that
hope
in
for the
Manila.
sake of the world that is a distinctly American Southeast trait, probably in Texas as well.
Oh, it's definitely in Texas.
And
I would say Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and Florida. Oklahoma's not like that. They're not as pretentious as the others.
I mean, I don't like to fight, but I feel like those people are like just a waste of oxygen.
Oh, why are you being so hard on them?
Because they're just bad people.
How do we go from Hillstone?
Because probably the people that made the rules at Hillstone are like that.
I don't think so. I think you got that completely wrong.
You think it's like a corporate?
Yes.
Where's Hillstone based?
I think they're out of Dallas.
There you go.
God, I hope I'm wrong.
There you go.
There is one in Dallas.
And those guys have bangs, and they wear, you know, a lot of Peter Millar.
Phoenix.
Okay. That's not a place that I think it's like that. I think Phoenix is like a come one, come all kind of place. Everybody's from somewhere else.
Oh, there's a big contingent of bros in Phoenix.
Really? Oh, like
yeah.
Southern California bros?
Well, like there's that whole group, the Thunderbirds, that run the Phoenix Open.
Yeah, but they're not bros, are they?
Total bros. But I don't think bro's a bad thing. You do. I don't.
I think a Birmingham bro is a bad thing.
Okay, that's fine. Birmingham banger bro with the bangs. The Alabama swoop.
Anytime I don't like somewhere or like an area of town, I'm like, this just feels like Birmingham in the mountains or Birmingham on the water or
Oh, you just don't like Birmingham.
the whole
I've never been.
the whole concept of it's like they don't understand that there's a whole other world out there, and it's like they just want to hoity-toity around Mountain Brook and like talk about how cool they are and their house on Smith Lake and how awesome.
I've never been there, so I don't get any of these references.
It's
Although Rick from Rollin' in the Hay, remember that band?
Yeah,
He mentions Mountain Brook, Alabama in Miracle Ticket. He says, ever since I saw a Deadhead sticker on the back of a BMW in Mountain Brook, Alabama, I wanted to be at the Grateful Dead show.
it's
Remember that song?
what song? That song?
Miracle Ticket.
No.
What? Yeah, you'll remember it and as soon as I
And I'm not.
play
I
a
have
few
plenty of
bars
friends that are from Birmingham or people that I know that live in Birmingham, and they're not like that. But it's like every time
What's your buddy? Good dude. He was at your wedding.
Scott,
Yeah, with the gray hair.
he's one of my favorite people in
Yeah,
the
he's
world,
great.
and he's not like that. Well, he does have swoopy hair,
He-
but
So
he also listens to like underground Memphis rap. And
what they do that just to make themselves feel better.
I don't think that. I think that he's genuinely hardcore. And he's the kind of guy that also watches CNBC and reads the ticker that goes across the bottom and understands it.
So when I'm high on living,
Oh, yeah.
and my future lies ahead,
Yeah, it's good.
I want a tie-dye shirt, a pair of Birkenstock sandals, and a ticket to the Grateful Dead.
This is all about Birmingham. If you've never heard the song Miracle Ticket by Roland and the Hay, this was like a staple.
You know what you are, Ryan?
This will be great.
You're a better drummer than you are a singer.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. You're a good drummer.
Mm.
You had a good beat, too.
I was good. I'm not good anymore. I'm not so out of practice. I haven't sat down in years.
That's everything.
Yeah.
That's everything that we are.
I'm not a good singer.
You're not.
No. And I bet you could hear it really clearly in your headphones.
I could.
And I could not.
It's okay. I've known you a long time, and
I appreciate you pointing that out because I don't think anybody else could tell from where they're sitting driving in there.
I don't think we're going to get
Tahoe.
sued by.
Rick at Roland and the Hay.
No, we're not.
All right. So this is what I've been up to lately.
Okay.
Can we just jump in?
We've been
Yeah, yeah.
meandering. We've been meandering.
I have been not dealing with, but many people have about this Hillstone thing are called or texted me like, hey, is that
Real. What do you get, like,
For a week.
text from, like, a burner number?
I don't know,
They're
like-
concerned that Hillstone's tracking.
no, it's like, hey, that was funny, April Fool's, but like, did they
Seriously.
really?
Seriously.
And it's just amazing what people will believe. And I too am a victim of this. Have I ever told you this story about being at an Animal Kingdom at Disney? I
No.
told you this. All right. So have you ever been to Animal Kingdom?
Yes.
They have this phenomenal safari ride.
Correct.
I forget the name of it.
Yeah, I've been on it.
The safari ride.
Yeah.
Okay. And when they're, I'm
It
gonna get-
really is phenomenal.
it, I just want to look it up real quick.
I like when you see that thing. It's the cousin of the giraffe, but it looked like a big zebra. You know what I'm talking about?
It's called Kilimanjaro Safaris. Okay.
It's really good.
All right. So when the boys were little, we went all the time. I mean, once or twice a week because we had the annual passes. That also buys you like 40 minutes. You know what I mean? It's a long ride.
Yeah.
It's a great ride. So I've heard the speech so many times, and they're like, we have all these, these animals here, but we have to be very careful of poachers because the poachers can come in and take these animals out. And it says this, I've heard it say it like 100 times. And one time I was like the last guy to get off, and I pulled the guide over. I'm like, you guys really have poachers here? And he looked at me, he's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah. I mean, he's like, "Dude, this is Disney.
Disney
No,
World.
as soon as the park closes, we put them all in a cage. I'm like, yeah, I didn't think so. It was so much like that scene from The Hangover where he's like,
Oh, yeah.
Caesar didn't,
Does Caesar really live here?
Caesar didn't live here, did he?
No.
No, I didn't think so. Like, I felt so stupid for believing that.
You
But-
really believe that?
I 1,000% believed it. I'm like, man, hey, even Disney, they're getting. I thought like
Poached.
these rednecks down in Osceola County and Polk County are coming over the wall and poaching their giraffes or something.
Oh my
I really thought that.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm not.
Yeah. Well,
So I can see how someone would really think that when it says Hillstone Winter Park on Facebook, they would think it was real.
man, a lot of idiots out
What
there.
have you been up to lately?
I'm contemplating and researching heartburn surgery.
Surgery.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna.
They take this. I was just recently on a golf trip, investor golf trip, and this guy at the table, we were talking about it because I was pounding some Tums, because we've been on the course and having a few cocktails. It
Yeah.
gives you a little heartburn.
Yeah, I guess.
He's like, it's like, dude, I had such bad heartburn. I got this surgery that they can go in and they like wrap your esophagus around itself, like at the base where of the
So like pinches it.
where the sphincter is, and
That's not where the sphincter, buddy.
you know what I'm talking about.
If you go in for a soft
The upper sphincter.
you go in for the old surgery and they do something with your sphincter, you need to call the American Medical Association.
It depends on what they do with my sphincter.
Medical so
yeah.
That is unbelievable.
And apparently a lot of acid gets up into my esophagus
Oh,
and
my
burns a
God.
little bit. And so what they do is they take it and cinch the sphincter.
I can just see you two idiots, neither of you which have any medical training whatsoever.
He got the surgery. He got it.
But he's describing it, but he doesn't remember the term. But it makes sense what you're saying.
Yes, it's a tight sphincter.
Oh my goodness. This
Anyways.
might be the most out in the hall conversation we've ever
It
had.
is. So I'm going to go in and get this wrapped up. And he said, like, he's never had heartburn since.
Really?
Yeah, because I've been taking Nexium since I was like 19.
Yeah, no, you do have a heartburn issue. I mean, it's discussed frequently here.
And that stuff has to be bad for you,
Oh my God.
right? Isn't that stuff bad for you?
Oh, well, sure.
It can cause dementia, and it can also cause weak bones, like calcium absorption. It can
Oh, really?
it can inhibit calcium absorption, and so I think you get weak bones. I think it's bad for ladies for like osteoporosis and stuff. But the other side of it is like I like milk. I want to drink milk, but
Ugh.
it also gives me an upset tummy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
back to the loose sphincters.
that's the other end.
you got a problem.
I have had a lower GI like little thing for like the last like 10 days. That's a long time to have
Tough.
something like that.
Yeah.
Where you can never trust.
Yep. We talked about this. You
I know,
can't-
but now it's like bad.
Now it's like
Don't even think about it.
nope.
And I've been sleeping with boxer briefs on, just in the event that there is a bit of an issue.
That's all right. Lunch lady. We've heard from this guy a couple times. This is our buddy JJ Kahn up in
Pittsburgh,
Yeah, he's
Pittsburgh, PA.
such a great dude.
Gorgeous. Denver,
It is beautiful
the
up there.
Sunshine State.
He says, he's talking about a lunch lady we did before. He said, I lived in Charlotte for a little over a year and I can validate the Moosehead Grill wings. Another place you guys should try if you have not already is Cowfish. It's really close to the South Park Mall. Here's a tip on how to maneuver the menu. You go to Charlotte a lot.
I do. Yeah. The mothership is there for work.
Right.
I'm
Charlotte.
not going to talk smack about Charlotte.
I'm doing comedy in Charlotte in October.
It's a city that feels like it never recovered from being burned by Sherman.
I don't know what that means.
It just doesn't have a lot of like soul to it.
I've been there before only to do comedy. I loved it.
I like it. It's clean. It's nice. There's nice things, but like, I've just never heard of anything cool culturally come from Charlotte. No musicians, no bands, no actors. No, it doesn't have an identity.
I was hoping like it'd be like, oh, that's where the mamas and the pop. Nope. Sammy Johns.
Who's that?
Exactly.
Any actors from there? There's banking headquarters there.
Yeah.
No, like, isn't Bank of America based in Charlotte?
Yes.
And Wells is based in Charlotte.
I have 9 actors from Charlotte, North Carolina. I've never heard of any of them.
Okay. So I'm right. So I'm being validated.
Michael Jordan lives there.
Well, I know that.
And a lot of the NASCAR guys live there. So it's a big NASCAR city.
It is. I know NASCAR headquarters is there.
Yeah. So there's an identity. That's not really our world. I mean, I'm not going to trash NASCAR, so I'm going up to do
Sure.
Concord
No, of
Harvick's
course.
thing.
Of course.
Anyway, when you go,
Sorry.
go to Cowfish, order the burger sushi as an appetizer, then order your entree. The burger sushi is really just a burger in sushi form. Phenomenal. Then I recommend a sandwich or a bento box for the entree. Cheers, fellas, and keep up the good work.
The burger in sushi form. Okay.
Here's a janitor's closet.
Okay.
It's a little long.
Oh, no.
This is Bo
I'm listening.
in Maryville, Tennessee.
How does Bo spell his name?
B-O.
Okay.
Okay. Matt and my dear friend Ryan, I grew up with this guy. It was the beginning of the 8th grade year, and I was coming off a 4-year stint of a hard time in homeschool. My mom had finally had enough of us and decided to send all the kids to public school. We had moved not long before, and it was a culture shock going from downtown Orlando to rural Tennessee. Walking into my new K through 8 school, I was a little nervous but pumped. I had the essentials: mesh backpack, Abercrombie and Fitch designer tee, and all the lyrics to Gangster Paradise
Oh, yeah.
memorized should the occasion arise to show off my knowledge. The day started great. There were so many girls there that weren't my sisters. I had one of those delicious, usually reserved for Friday, rectangular pizzas in the lunchroom, and after team sports, the coach asked me to come out for the basketball team.
Okay.
I was feeling it.
He was.
The incident happened at the end of the day when I was loading up my locker, my new textbooks. All of a sudden, my locker door slammed shut. There was a sneering, redhead, freckle-faced kid right in my face. You know how redheads are really usually sweet or really mean? This guy was a psychopath with the nickname Cheese. Looked me right in the eye and said, "Hey, new kid."
Jeez.
"Hey, new kid, you think you're so cool? How about I stuff you in your locker and feed you saltines through the vent holes?"
Saltines?
How cool would that be?
That'd be awesome.
My mind went blank. I'd never heard that particular threat, and I didn't have much experience with bullying. I just remember thinking, Jesus, I don't know if I'm cut out for public school. Luckily, a teacher intervened before Cheese could make good on his threat. Fast forward to high school, and it turns out that Cheese wasn't an awful guy. In retrospect, you can see that kids that age that are usually acting out because of a tough home life. Unfortunately for him, his story did not end well. Cheese and a group of his friends were out late one night drinking and driving and knocking over a mailbox with baseball bats, like one does in rural Tennessee. He got his head too far out of the window, and a telephone pole sent him on to glory.
A telephone pole?
Do you understand what happened?
No.
You're not paying attention?
No.
Cheese and his buddies were driving around drinking at night.
Oh.
He stuck his head out, and a telephone pole sent him on to glory.
Clipped his head?
Yep. At the time, I thought it served him right because I was still bitter, but it gets sadder every year. On that cheery note, you guys keep up the good work. I listen every Monday. Bo from Maryville, Tennessee. It's a wild story.
That's awful.
It's a wild story. It's a roller coaster of a story. Well written. It's a roller coaster of a story.
Poor Cheese.
Cheese is gone.
It sounds like Cheese is going to be a bit of a drain on the Medicaid system and Medicare system.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably better.
They didn't deserve it, but
No, but financially probably better for everybody in the country.
sure. It's a tough story.
The
I
type
mean,
of people that, take more than they give.
right. Well, he's going to stuff somebody in his locker. Feed him saltines,
Yeah, he probably was going to develop diabetes
probably.
and not bounce back.
Probably.
Yeah.
I like to thank Free Fly.
I'm wearing Free Fly and my Japanese pants.
I'm head to toe Free Fly. Still haven't gotten the underwear yet.
Not
Need
head to
do it.
toe,
Head to heel.
head to ankle, neck to ankle.
You have this slick Enjoy golf hat on today. You got 2 golf hats on. That's a great lid you're wearing.
Thank you.
You're watching on YouTube, which you can every week. Not in Russia, but anywhere else. Oh, can I tell you this?
Yeah.
This is insane. We have 30,000
Oh.
subscribers now.
Oh, we do.
30,000 subscribers?
Let me ask you a question. How much of that do you think is because of you? And how much do you think is because of me?
Well, if you're suggesting that I've gone and subscribed 30,000 times, I have not.
No. What portion of people out there do you think that you're their favorite and portion that I'm their favorite?
I think the sum of our parts is bigger than the equal, however you say that.
Yeah.
I think we have a good show.
You've been married. You've been married long enough.
That has nothing to do with being married.
Yeah, you just know how to answer.
I think that's a bad question.
I think it's 50-50.
Yeah, okay, 50-50.
Yeah.
But I don't think we'd have 30,000 if you did this by yourself, and I don't think we'd have 30,000
You
if I
think
did
you'd
by
have
myself.
15?
I think if I did this by myself, we'd be in the hundreds of thousands. I'm
I
honest.
thought you're going to stop at the hundreds.
Hundreds of thousands? Hundreds of thousands.
Okay.
And that's okay. I don't think you're an anchor. Those are your words. I wouldn't.
I like your ball and chain.
The old battle axe over here. Listen, I didn't say that. You said that.
Okay.
I don't think you're holding me back.
No.
If you feel convicted in such a way that you're holding me back, don't. Not for me anyway.
Okay. No, and in fact, I would love it if I was the one holding you back and I knew that. I would continue to do it.
You'd really dig your heels in.
I would dig my heels in.
You really drop anchor.
That's what friends do.
Of course they do.
They screw with each other.
Of course they do.
Yeah, make each other's lives easier, yet also harder. Now, this happened last
Sorry.
week. Get home from a little investor dinner and realize that I've left the fob to the studio.
Oh, yeah.
And
You locked your key in the studio.
I did. And I needed to get in.
Yeah.
Because there's a bed here.
Yeah.
And I call you and
I'm
multiple times. Nobody picks up.
Out on the couch.
Multiple times. It's not that
Out.
late. It's like 11. And
Done.
multiple times. Nobody picks up. Have to call your current wife.
Yep.
And
She said the first thing you said was, "Thank you so much for answering." Because just to round out the story, I have a key also.
well, yeah. And she knows that if I'm calling her at 11 o'clock on like a Wednesday,
Right.
that something's
Something's
that doesn't
amiss.
happen.
Yeah, something's amiss.
I'm not calling to be like, hey, guess what I just saw?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
She picks up. She's
You got to see this possum that's trying to get in this trash
She
can.
was so nice. She's like, what do you need, sweetheart? And I was like, God, if you talk to your husband like this, you guys would be,
Oh.
you'd have such a good life.
Yeah, what do you need?
And I'm like, this is the story. I need your husband's key. And she's like, okay, he's asleep on the couch, but I'll get it. And then she texts me that she had put it outside for me. And I drove over and I got the key and I came back. I'm like, problem solved.
Crisis averted.
And I get up to the studio door. I go to use the fob and it beeps at me. Not a green beep, a red beep.
Yeah, I don't know why that would have happened.
So something was wrong with the fob at that point. So then,
Just now 11:30 at night.
yeah, and then I had to call like an emergency number to get in, and a guy shows up around 1.
If
And
you
I'm
had to
just,
give
I'm
that
just
guy a name, what was his name? This would be the maintenance guy for the
Herman.
Herman. Big Herm came by.
He wasn't that big. He was bald,
Yeah.
like a more like a. And again, I don't know how old because he's African American. So I would say that he was. You can't tell African Americans' age.
Really?
Yes, that age so much better than white folk. And you ever heard that thing? If it's black, it don't crack.
I mean, I understand that's a rhyme. I didn't know that's a thing.
That's a thing.
They
Black
don't
people
get
will tell you
wrinkles.
that. Yeah, they don't age. They don't get spots on their face. They don't look like crap from the sun.
Right.
You know, the only way you can tell how old a black gentleman is like if he has gray hair. That's it.
Okay.
Until he's probably like 80.
And then you're like, he's probably 80.
Yeah. So this guy could have been 50. He also could have been 75.
Okay.
Okay. Nice gentleman asked me for my ID. I said,
Also in the room.
yeah, because everything's on my phone. I do tap pay for everything.
Right.
So I have a picture of my driver's license on my phone, but it doesn't have this address on it.
So this guy's like, look, buddy, you got me up.
Yeah.
For some
Doesn't it
BS.
has the normal primary house
Right.
address, right? And doesn't help that my photo on my ID looks like I'm a prison inmate.
You don't have a beard in your photo?
No, I do. But it's thick and I'm not smiling. They picked the one that like
Yeah. The
I
one that
wasn't
you would
smiling.
probably look like if you got pulled over. Like you're not smiling.
Yes. And so he was very reluctant. I said, look, you open the door, you hang out for a second. I'll get you my ID. And
You could have even showed him your other fob.
yes, which is what I did. And so I ended up getting him. It was about 1:30. I met some interesting people in the hall.
Where people were just like, hey, dude,
Yeah,
sorry.
it's happened to me.
But no one was like, just come in my place.
No, one's like, just come to my place. That's weird. They
don't
don't
know.
do that. There's a nice young lady that lives down the hall. I've never met her before. I've seen her a few times. And she was walking back with like a little bouquet of flowers. Okay.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, that's nice. You have flowers. And she's like, I just went on an awful date. I was like, oh no. What? But he gave you flowers. So like, that's not, she's like, it's just weird. He was just weird. And they were like, they were Publix flowers, which again, there's nothing wrong with that.
Mhm.
But it still had like the Publix wrapper on it with like the price tag and everything. It was just like so super weird.
It's been, 18 years since I went on a first date. I cannot imagine bringing flowers on a first date. That's an aggressive move.
Very aggressive. And
Like, what are we doing
clearly
here?
it didn't work because
Hey, Ted Bundy,
she was walking back.
slow your roll with the
She
flowers.
was walking back alone. She's like, every single guy that I like doesn't like me, and every single guy that likes me, I don't like. I was like, oh, well, that's tough.
And you're like, listen, I'm locked out of my apartment. Quit.
It
Keep
took a
your
minute.
problems to
I
yourself.
didn't even get up to shake her hand. I was just sitting on the floor.
You're
in
like,
the
look,
hall.
I don't have time for your problems. I'm sorry. At least you got flowers. I don't have
I
a
don't
key.
know if I got her name. She was, nice, sweet young lady. She just moved from Miami, and
She's just trying to meet a nice guy.
just trying to be a nice guy. And
This guy shows up.
some flowers.
He's all John Wayne Gacy
he's
on
probably
her.
not Latin. Oh, that's probably a first for her.
You're right. Being from Miami.
Yeah, she was a Latin gal, and I just think she just probably feels just out of place.
Yeah. That's tough. She felt alone.
I think she did. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes when we're around people, we feel alone. All right. Let's get out of the minor
Sometimes
chords.
that's when you feel you're loneliest.
Let's get out of the minor chords.
Yeah. Okay. What are we gonna do here?
I have two truths and a lie.
Oh, we're not gonna do show and share.
Well, we are.
Okay, let's do two truths.
Two of these are true. One is not.
I got it.
All right.
I know how it works now.
This is about airlines.
Airlines. Okay.
Airplane seats are designed to be upright during takeoff and landing to enhance safety. The aircraft's black box, which records flight data and cockpit conversation, is typically orange to make it easier to locate in the event of a crash. The mandatory pilot retirement age is 62 years old.
I think the mandatory pilot retirement age is 65.
You're correct. The lie is 62.
What is the correct age?
65.
It is?
Yep.
The other ones were well too written.
I know. And then I wrote me, you retired.
The other ones were very well written. Yeah. Those you copied those direct, copy and paste there.
I did.
Yeah. I know. All right. Two truths and a lie.
Okay.
All right. Rubber bands. This has no theme to it. Just three random things.
Okay.
Rubber bands last longer when they're refrigerated.
Okay.
The liver is the fattiest organ in your body. Australia is wider than the moon.
Do you want to hear my theory, my thinking on this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I believe the liver
Okay.
Okay, I believe that is a truth.
Okay.
The rubber band thing is interesting because the colder the temperature, the more restrictive the band would be, or the less stretchy they would be. Maybe they would last longer, but does the frigid temperature of the refrigerator cause it to crack and be more brittle?
Right.
Australia is very wide.
That's a big place.
I think Australia is not wider than the moon. I think that is the lie.
Australia is wider than the moon.
Wait, what did you say? The moon is wider?
No, Australia. I said Australia is wider than the moon.
So the lie is the rubber bands.
No, the lie is the liver. Well, maybe your liver's fatty.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, I bought that hook, line, and sinker.
you did. You did. God, you're dumb.
Yes.
The,
Matt, I once told a Disney employee,
yeah,
I quizzed him about
poachers,
animals being poached
poached
at Walt Disney World.
giraffes.
Not very smart.
The brain is the fattiest organ in your body.
Is that a fact?
Yeah.
Wow, you got me. Good one.
Thank you.
We could snake it with.
Show and share. This is about money,
Okay.
currency, more specifically.
Okay.
U.S. currency.
Okay.
The U.S. currency is not paper.
Okay.
It is 75% cotton and 25% linen.
Okay.
All right. The dollar bill can be folded 8,000 times,
Really?
which is 20 times more than a sheet of paper the same size.
Okay.
It's a lot of times to fold a dollar bill.
I-
It's that flexible.
It's that pliable.
Now I'm not saying you have to fit what doesn't fold on top of itself 8,000 times, but you can fold it 8,000 times.
Oh, I see. I got it. You could fold it in half and then unfold it. You could do that 8,000 times without it breaking, where if you did a piece of paper, it would eventually just fall apart.
Correct.
So it's very durable and pliable.
Extremely.
How about that?
Yeah. Makes it difficult to counterfeit.
Okay.
North Korea is the largest counterfeiter of 50s and $100 bills in the world.
Is really?
Yes, a very large counterfeiting machine over there.
Huh.
Yeah, like machine printing press.
No,
like
it's just like regime.
Yeah, regime. Yes,
Regime.
it's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, better. Word.
Syndicate.
Syndicate.
They have a very large counterfeit syndicate
Operation.
Yes.
They
Machine.
do. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Did you also know that there has been a woman on U.S. currency before?
Can I guess who it would be?
Yeah,
Is it Susan B. Anthony?
that's a good guess.
She was on a coin.
Yep. No, I'm talking about paper
Okay.
currency.
Okay. Then it is. It's not Beyonce. I said it's not Beyonce.
I got it.
Okay.
It might be soon though with that cowboy song that she's got going on.
This ain't tech.
A lot of videos.
Ain't
going
no
around.
hold up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Harriet Tubman is going to be on the $20 bill eventually soon.
Is it Betsy Ross?
Also a good guess. No,
Who?
it's Martha Washington.
I almost said that, but you can't have her and him.
Well, you got to remember, it was coming from a period where you had a monarchy.
Right.
So it would be very
Well, to
normal to have your
Yes.
first elected official and that person's spouse.
The first lady. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. She was also on the $1 bill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. We mentioned giraffes a handful of times today in our discussion
Yeah.
of
Long tongues.
Yeah. Do you know what else? Here's my show. And
What else is
share.
long on them?
Their necks. Giraffes have the highest blood pressure of any mammal.
Interesting.
That's to ensure the blood can reach all the way up their long neck to the brain.
That makes a ton of sense.
Never would have thought of it.
What is the average lifespan of a giraffe?
I was going to tell you that.
Can I guess? 30 years.
Oh, wow. The average lifespan of a giraffe in the wild is typically around 20 to 25 years. However, in captivity, sometimes 25 to 30 years or more.
Okay.
Plus, of course, they're poached
At Disney.
At Disney.
Man, let me tell you that these.
And by the way, so that safari, all real animals.
For sure.
Jungle Cruise, not real animals.
No, I got that. Yeah.
Because those giraffes have been there for a long time. Animatronic.
I got it.
Okay. Just so when there be any confusions about. All right.
I got it.
Okay.
The gorilla exhibit at Animal Kingdom is impressive. They have like one dominant silverback male and a couple other silverback males that like have been his subs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how to say that.
Well,
and then some ladies.
They're in
there.
his tribe.
Yeah, I think and then some ladies in there that
they're like the juveniles.
Yeah, and then I think all the ladies in that are the harem of the big guy.
The harem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the little guys don't get any action.
Right. They just
Watch.
would you
hmm
rather win an Olympic gold medal in an individual sport or lead a team to victory in the championship of your sport?
Also Olympic medal.
It doesn't say that, but
Let's assume that it's the same.
yeah, let's say it's the Olympics. Would you rather win a gold medal in the javelin by yourself or as a sprinter maybe, or would you rather be the best player on a soccer team or basketball team?
I'd rather be the best player in a team sport.
Me too.
You get a lot of friendly fun out of that.
Oh man,
Because if you're a good
camaraderie would be unbelievable.
If you're a good javelin thrower, like there's probably only so many javelin throwers that you can hang out with in the U.S. So like now you got to
also,
hang
who
out with
would care?
you got to hang out with a Russian.
You're not doing that.
No,
No, we talked about that.
they're not getting to compete in the Olympics this coming Olympics. They have to, just like last one, they have to compete under like a neutral flag.
But
And
they still get to compete.
well, yeah, but they don't get to compete for Russia.
Okay.
So if they win, there's not like there's like an Olympic song.
They get up on the podium, they just play nothing for 3 minutes. Everybody's just kind of like, all right. And back in Russia, they're like, this is bullshit.
I mean, literally, the Olympic Committee is one of the most like corrupt things in the world. And if they're banning you, you've done something wrong.
Correct.
I mean, that's like FIFA saying you can't compete
Right.
because you're corrupt. You're like,
Right.
I mean,
I
you're
thought-
pretty corrupt too.
That's what we're not corrupt. You're
But they're like, you're a lot more corrupt. Okay.
that's interesting.
All right. Would you rather?
Yeah.
You're
Here
going to
we
like this one. Sorry. Preface that.
I like that you prefaced it.
I didn't say it was funny.
You said I'm going to like it, and I may not like it, but I'm glad you said it.
But you will. Would you rather get $1 for every time you compliment a stranger,
Okay.
or $50 every single time you insult a stranger in the most cruel way
To their face.
to their face? $50 versus $1. So you have to compliment 50 times to get the same amount of money that you would by just insulting somebody to their face one time.
I feel like for most people, this would be very easy.
They just say the 50?
No, they would just be like, oh, well, it's easier to be nice than to be mean.
No, I think most people are mean.
I don't want to live with hate in my heart.
Nobody says you have to be hateful.
Well, you're going to insult someone.
It could be to be funny things,
Okay, $50 to
right?
Can they be funny insults? Or do you have to actually be offended?
I think you have to be offended.
That's not funny.
That could be funny for you. Okay, wait. $100 versus $1.
If you make it 200, I'll do that.
It has to be a bill. Like you could just get one bill, peel off one bill.
So some dude just follows you around, you just go and just bless somebody out, and they're like, and here's a hunch for you.
yes,
I think I would still do the dollar.
the $1. Okay.
You can make,
Right, would you try?
yeah.
the
Do I have
100?
to pick one?
But you have to pick one. But I'm just asking. Let's say you didn't have to pick one.
I would feel so bad. Imagine just crucifying someone at Publix,
What?
and they're like, geez, dude. You're like, I mean, I got $100 for it.
I'll give you 50.
If you could do that.
If you could split it. Yeah, the
But
original.
you have to. I don't like hurting someone's feelings.
Yeah.
I don't want to get paid to hurt someone's feelings. Like
You
we
could
just
also
talked
be
about-
doing like a service to somebody. They might not know that they're fat, but you tell them
They
they're
know.
fat.
They know. But just like we talked about a minute ago, it's like what you're saying, like what friends do, they like pick on one another. That's in good fun and good spirited. When stuff like we all know people that like they think they're being good spirited, but they're not, and they're not fun to be around. I want to be fun. So a buck.
Me too.
I could make a lot of money
Me
being
too.
nice to people.
Me too.
Now, if I don't like you, I got plenty of people that I don't like, so I can make a couple thousand in a day, no problem on the 100.
But it makes you like
It's ugly for your
probably
heart.
wears on your soul.
Oh yeah, I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah. What about 1,000 versus 1?
Well, now we're getting
Are you getting
now,
somewhere?
now it's a
Isn't it-
matter of economics.
Isn't it funny how things change based on money?
Yeah.
It's weird.
I have a pop quiz for you.
Okay.
We're recording this here this morning, so when I came in the studio, Matt was drinking espresso, right?
Yeah.
True or false? Espresso has more caffeine than drip coffee.
False.
Did you know that, or are you
Yeah.
just guessing?
No, I know that.
That shocked me.
Well, it's a much smaller cup, number one. Okay. Number two, it's less grounds.
Yeah.
Okay. And I only know this because I'm drinking like these slate drinks now. And these slate drinks have like a certain amount of protein in them, but also 175 milligrams of caffeine. And so I'm like, Well, that doesn't mean anything to me. What's 175 milligrams of caffeine? Like, I don't know what that's comparable to, right? So then I Googled caffeine in
Oh, so you
things.
did know this.
This is just recent
okay.
that I did this.
Okay.
So yes, I do know, but espresso is very efficient.
I guess I thought it had.
Now you get a double espresso that has more caffeine than a drip coffee, but not a single.
Well, not if you had a double.
Yeah, but I'm just saying you're not gonna, I mean, a lot of people ounce to ounce. Oh, ounce to, oh,
Ounce.
wait, ounce to ounce.
You see what I'm saying?
Ounce to ounce, it has more.
I
But
don't think so.
than a drip coffee, because I think like the drip coffee has like, call it 100 milligrams of caffeine. Okay. And the espresso has like 70 milligrams of caffeine.
Okay. Espresso does have more ounce to ounce.
Yes. But
Then that was I got a bad fact.
no, you didn't get a bad fact, because just they're saying a cup of
And a
drip
shot
coffee and a
versus
shot of espresso.
All right. Okay.
You didn't get a bad fact.
It's just
You
kind
can
of
twist everything.
of a lame thing.
That's not lame.
Do you have a pop quiz?
Yes, 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 yes. If you had to pick a mammal that could hold its breath longer than a dolphin, what would it be?
A hippopotamus.
That's not a bad guess. I don't think that's true. What else?
Do you know the answer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just the way you said, I don't think that's true.
Yeah. A mammal, not like an alligator or.
Trying to think of like functionally. I mean, I thought hippo for sure.
No, they have a large body.
Well, that's not what you said.
I understand that. I'm just telling you why they can't hold their breath longer than a dolphin, because their body takes a lot of oxygen to operate.
Animal.
A sloth
Really?
can hold its breath longer than a dolphin. Think about it. It has a super slow metabolism.
It's just like, I'm not trying to breathe again.
Yeah.
Ugh, all this breathing is just wearing me out.
Every time that I think of a sloth, I think of that scene from Zootopia.
Flash.
Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Flash, 100-yard dash.
that is one of the best scenes
in the DMV.
Yes.
It's unbelievable.
It's so creative and so smart and just, it's awesome.
What do you? And they go, remember they leave and it's like dark?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're like, what?
Yeah. Officer Judy Hopps. That's a great movie.
That is an incredible movie. Also, I've won more as well.
Oh, okay. That's fun. A bonus.
Did you know? This probably isn't good for like a DUI type situation. So don't ever close your eyes if you're having to walk a straight line for a DUI. Humans cannot walk in a straight line unless they're looking at something stationary.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Especially can't walk in a straight line if you close your eyes.
That makes sense. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Out in the Hall Pod. Full episodes in shorts on YouTube, Out in the Hall Pod on YouTube. And send us a janitor's closet or lunch lady. We are.
Oh.
Lunch lady, or pass us a note at outinthehallpod@gmail.com. That was a fun one.
What we need is, and I said this last time, we need sister-in-law Brittany to write in.
Yeah.
We need people that know us to take 30 seconds out of your damn day.
Send something in. It's fun.
And write us.
Bo from Tennessee, who I grew up with, wrote one. JJ, our guy from Pittsburgh. Like these are real people.
We need.
It's fun.
All of our friends have great stories, and they could be about themselves or
be about us
doing stuff together, getting a snacker, a taster, a trip. Stop being so selfish
with your time. Quit taking.
All you're doing is taking from us. We're producing something that is.
This is gold.
That is, for you, it's gold. You get to basically enjoy us for an hour, like you're riding in the car with us.
Right.
And yet I'm not getting anything from you.
It's just like you're just sitting there.
So
quit being a stick in the mud.
Friendships are two-way streets, and we have a lot of friends.
We do. 30,000.
Know a lot of people, and even people we don't know. That
fire one off.
Tell me a funny story. Use a different name.
Yeah.
Like enjoy some comedy in your life. Laugh as you're writing it.
Participate.
Go have a Negroni.
Have a Negroni.
Get the cream sauce. Okay. Have a pint in a mostly empty bar. All I'm saying is that, well, I've said it. Stop being selfish, my friends.
Yeah.
We're on season 2. We're clearly doing this.
Yeah, we're doing it.
This isn't a flash in the pan.
No, we're doing it.
Yeah, we are. We're here with you. You're taking the ride with us.
Come on, just
speak up from the back seat.
Sing out.
Scream from down the hall.
Yeah.
Tell me what's going on.
Yeah, let us know.
Let's-
We want to know if you guys are okay. Everybody okay?
Let's chat it up at the cafeteria. Tell me.
We'll meet at the lockers.
We'll meet at the lockers with cheese.
Cheese won't be there.
Cheese won't be there. All right, that's my rant.
Okay, love you.
Love you.